May 16th, 2006. A man answers a phone call in his home office. A few seconds later, his wife's friend hears him suddenly yell, "Oh shit." Then he runs out of the house wearing flip-flops. No wallet packed. No overnight bag. No explanation. Just panic. 8 days later, his car is discovered parked near the historic Belvedere Hotel in Baltimore. And inside an abandoned conference room below the hotel, there's a hole in the roof. Underneath it is the body of 32-year-old Ray Rivera. Police say he jumped. But almost immediately, people start asking the same question. How? Because the scene makes absolutely no sense. His glasses are untouched. His phone still works. The distance he supposedly jumped is almost physically impossible. The security cameras mysteriously weren't working. And the company connected to the last phone call he received suddenly lawyered up and told employees not to speak. And then investigators find something even stranger. A bizarre note taped behind Ray's computer, filled with movie references, secret societies, names, codes, Freemason references, random phrases that read less like a journal and more like someone trying to leave behind clues. Or maybe warnings. To this day, nobody knows exactly what happened to Ray Rivera. So tonight, we are going to talk about the man who fell through the roof, the unsolved death of Ray Rivera. Welcome to the podcast You Can't Unhear. Before all the mystery, before Netflix documentaries and internet theories, Ray Rivera was just known as the really likable guy. The kind of person everybody immediately trusted. He was born in Madrid, Spain, but raised mostly in Southern California and Florida. Growing up, he became obsessed with water polo, and not casually obsessed either. This was his life. He played throughout school, graduated from the University of the Pacific in 1995, and even went to Spain afterward to play professionally for the Royal Federation of Water Polo. That detail matters because people who knew Ray described him as disciplined, athletic, focused, calm under pressure. Not reckless, not unstable, not impulsive. Later, he became a water polo coach at John Burroughs High School in California, and by all accounts, he loved it. But somewhere around his late 20s, Ray started wanting more creatively. He became interested in screenwriting, movies, stories, production. The problem is, creative dreams don't always pay bills immediately. And then he met Allison. Everyone says Ray absolutely adored her. She brought energy into his life, stability, colour. The two became inseparable fast, and Ray knew he wanted to marry her. That's when an old friend re-entered the picture, Porter Stansbury. Ray and Porter had known each other since high school, and Porter had become successful in the financial publishing world. He worked through a company called Stansbury and Associates, connected to a much larger parent company called the Agora. In 2004, Porter offered Ray a writing job. And for Ray, it probably felt perfect. He could write professionally, make decent money, and support his future with Allison. So Ray accepted. The couple left Los Angeles and moved to Baltimore. They bought a house in a quiet, suburban neighborhood. They got married in November 2005. And for a while, everything looked normal. Eventually, Ray left the company. Exactly why is still unclear. Some people say he wanted to focus more on filmmaking and freelance creative work. Others think he became uncomfortable with the finance world around him. But he stayed loosely connected to the Agora through video projects and production work. And around spring of 2006, Ray and Allison were seriously considering moving back to Los Angeles. That's when things started feeling off. According to Allison, Ray became increasingly anxious, paranoid even. And this is where the case starts splitting people completely in half. Because depending on your perspective, these behaviors either suggest a man terrified because someone was after him, or a man entering a psychological crisis. Allison later said Ray would suddenly look out windows nervously at night. He'd react strongly when phones rang. A house alarm went off 2 nights in a row around midnight, and Ray grabbed a baseball bat and rushed downstairs, terrified. Police later suggested maybe it was just an animal triggering the alarm, but Ray genuinely believed something was wrong. Then there was a broken window in their home. Some believed it looked damaged from the outside. Again, maybe coincidence, maybe not. And this is what makes this case so difficult. Almost every detail can be interpreted 2 completely different ways. Then comes May 16th, 2006, the final day. That afternoon, Ray booked editing space for a video project he was finishing for the Agora. Allison was away in Virginia on business. Her friend Claudia stayed overnight at their house, so Ray wouldn't be alone. Around 6:30 p.m., Claudia hears a phone call coming from the guest room near Ray's office. She can't hear everything, but she hears Ray talking intensely. Then suddenly, oh shit. Footsteps. Fast movement. A door slamming. Ray rushes out wearing flip-flops. No jacket, no preparation, nothing. And this is important. People who knew Ray said this behavior was extremely unusual. He wasn't the type to vanish randomly. He also immediately returned briefly after leaving once, then left again. Almost like he forgot something or changed plans. And then he vanished. That night, Allison tried calling him, straight to voicemail. Again later. Still nothing. As the hours passed, Allison got increasingly worried. Because Ray always checked in. Always. She started calling hospitals, friends, family. Nobody had seen him. When she finally returned home, something immediately terrified her. Ray's toothbrush was still there. His retainer, too. Apparently, Ray never spent the night away without it. That tiny detail hit her hard. A missing person report was filed the next day. And for nearly a week, nothing. No sightings. No calls. No financial activity. Just silence. Until May 23rd. Allison's parents found Ray's car parked near the Belvedere Hotel, a historic Baltimore landmark. Originally a luxury hotel, later converted into upscale condos. The car had a parking ticket from May 17th, meaning it had likely been sitting there for days. Authorities searched the hotel. Nothing. Then 3 co-workers helping with the search went up to the roof. And from above, they noticed something strange. Below them was a lower conference room building connected to the hotel. And in the roof, there was a hole. When investigators entered the room below, they found Ray's decomposing body. And this is where the case explodes into mystery. Because the injuries were catastrophic. Skull fractures, broken ribs, punctured lungs, broken pelvis, massive internal trauma. The medical examiner concluded Ray died from injuries consistent with a fall from great height. Officially, suicide. But people immediately started questioning the physics. The hole was around 40 feet away horizontally from the main roofline. Experts suggested Ray would have needed a running jump to clear that distance. Not impossible, but difficult, especially in flip-flops. And then there's the part everybody remembers. Ray's glasses and phone were found near the hole, virtually undamaged, still functional. That detail haunts people because it feels wrong instinctively. You're telling me a man's body is destroyed beyond recognition, but the phone survives. The glasses too? It sounds cinematic. Too cinematic. And people noticed something else. Ray's body wasn't directly beneath the hole. It was farther away, near a wall. Again, not impossible, but strange. Very strange. Then investigators traced the last incoming call Ray received before leaving the house. It came from the Agora, or at least through their switchboard. But nobody admitted making the call. Even stranger, records showed multiple calls to Ray from the company that day, routed through operators, making it difficult to identify the exact person. And then things got even weirder. According to reports, the Agora quickly instructed employees not to speak publicly about Ray. Now, to be fair, that does not automatically mean conspiracy. A lot of companies tell employees not to discuss investigations for legal reasons. But in true crime, silence creates suspicion, especially when someone dies mysteriously right after receiving a call from your company. And Porter Stansbury himself became a controversial figure in online discussions. Not because there's proof he harmed Ray, but because people felt the company's response created more questions than answers. Then, police found the note, taped behind Ray's computer. Tiny writing, folded carefully. Reading it feels like entering somebody else's dream. The note mentioned movies, Freemasons, technology, celebrities, friends' names, random phrases, Stanley Kubrick, Christopher Reeve, the game. And the game becomes important because some people think Ray became psychologically obsessed with it. If you haven't seen it, the movie follows a man pulled into an elaborate mystery where reality becomes blurred. At the end, there's a rooftop jump involving hidden safety measures. Some theorize Ray believed life itself was some kind of simulation or secret game. And maybe he thought he'd survive the jump. The FBI later described the note as resembling a psychotic writing pattern, which sounds harsh, but they were essentially suggesting disorganized thought processes. But here's what complicates that theory. People close to Ray insisted he wasn't detached from reality overall. He was functioning, working, planning trips, talking normally, loving his wife. Then there's the Freemason angle. Ray had reportedly become fascinated by Freemasonry before his death. The note references it repeatedly. Some people think the mysterious call invited him to some kind of meeting at the Belvedere. Maybe something went wrong. Maybe he was killed elsewhere and staged. Still, there are details here that are genuinely hard to ignore, especially the hole itself. Because even today, many investigators and analysts remain unconvinced Ray could physically create that scene naturally. And then there's the darkest possibility, that Ray discovered something he wasn't supposed to know. At the time, Porter Stansbury and financial entities connected to his work had faced scrutiny and fraud-related allegations from regulators. Some theorists believe Ray may have learned sensitive information connected to financial misconduct. And before people jump too far, there's no direct evidence proving this. But the theory persists because of Ray's sudden fearfulness before death. The phone call, the company's silence, the missing money clip Allison gave him, even the disabled cameras. But here's the part I think people miss most about the Ray Rivera case. Everybody focuses on the mystery, the jump, the theories, the Freemasons, the hole. But underneath all of that is something way more human. Fear. Ray was scared before he died. Whether that fear came from external danger or from his own mind, something was deeply wrong. I think that's why this case stays with people. There's something deeply unsettling about watching someone slowly become frightened while nobody around them fully understands why. That's terrifying, especially for Allison. Imagine replaying every conversation forever. Officially, Ray Rivera's death remains ruled as suicide. But emotionally, a huge number of people reject that conclusion. And maybe that's because the evidence feels incomplete. Or maybe it's because humans struggle accepting randomness when tragedy feels too strange. Sometimes a mystery survives because the facts truly don't fit. And sometimes a mystery survives because emotionally, we can't tolerate the simplest explanation. But no matter what theory you believe, murder, conspiracy, psychosis, accident, one thing is undeniable. A man answered a phone call, ran out the door in panic, and ended up dead beneath a hole in a rooftop no one can fully explain. And nearly 20 years later, people are still trying to figure out what really happened in that final hour of Ray Rivera's life. Stay safe and see you on the next episode of the podcast You Can't Unhear.